Hey, what's up guys and gals? My name is Rick Nineg. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking about Hogan's Heroes. Now, if you're a fan of classic TV shows and movies, don't forget to check out my channel, Rick Nineg, where I have over 1,800 videos, all about classic TV shows and movies. How do you support a channel like myself? Well, a free way is by liking, commenting, and subscribing, and it truly does go a long way. So I really do appreciate it. The episode I'll be talking about is called Reservations Are Required. Now, it is from season 1 of the show, and it's one that I particularly do enjoy. It's about 20 escapees getting out from another Stalag, Stalag 9. Now, these escapees, they arrive at Stalag 13, hoping that Hogan can assist them. Now, it's very difficult to think that 20 men trying to get them out of the wire and essentially out to freedom is very time consuming. And two of the prisoners get restless and they try to break out on their own. Of course, this causes Clink to tighten security around the camp. And so in order to get all of this huge amount of men out of the camp, Hogan gives up the location of their escape tunnel. While Clink is looking for the entrance tunnel, the 20 men leave through the other end of the tunnel. And I mean, there are so many great moments in this episode. One of them is when Newkirk is pretending to be a sleepwalker and he calls Schultz over and he says he's a Fraulein and caresses his face. I mean, both of these guys' expressions when this is going on they're priceless. There's nothing like this, and if you know what I'm talking about, let me know if you like this moment or any other moments in this episode as well. Now, something that they did in this episode that is unique from every other episode has to do with Colonel Clink. Of course, the man who played him, Werner Klemperer, and he was such a great actor. And for this role, for this specific script in this episode, he had to do something very unique, and that is hold a lit cigarette. Now, you may think that's not a big deal, but it really is, because you can see Clink is smoking in this episode. But if we want to be a little bit more precise, he is seen holding a cigarette between his hands, his fingers, but he never actually takes a puff of the cigarette. And there's a reason for that. You see, the only reason for Clink to hold this during this scene was because the script had a joke in which the cigarette, or the cigar, mostly cigarette, right, had to really be used. And so what happens is the joke is essentially where Hogan, he has the German World War II helmet, the German helmet, the Pickelhaube, I think that's what it's called. And so there is a pointy part in the top, which he essentially removes, and then he holds it in front of Clink, kind of to hold as an ashtray. And Clink kind of doesn't think twice and puts all of his ashes in there. And then he screws it back on the top of the Pickelhaube. And it's kind of a joke. It's, of course, this show was always focused on making the Germans look inept, dumb, and that was part of essentially every single script. That's in fact what Werner Klemperer and the others who were playing these German soldiers insisted upon, that the Germans be made look like fools in every single episode. And this is another moment that we can see that. So if you notice this, it's a really, really rare moment where Clink is holding a cigarette, but look at the other episodes. You won't see him with one. You will not see him take a puff from the cigarette as well. And interestingly enough, it was just done for this one joke, this one scene. And I don't know, I think it was good. I think it was worth it. I mean, we could always say that Clink was a closeted smoker, and then after this, it traumatized him so much that he just stopped. So I want to know your thoughts down below. Have you noticed this moment? It's kind of a rare, not seen moment. Did you think anything about it? And if not, let me know down in the comments below, because I think that this went above most people's heads. But yeah, you don't really think about Clink being a smoker, but it is a surprising thing nonetheless. We'll see y'all next time. Thank you so much for the support. And don't forget, everyone, to always stay positive and be hopeful. Thank you to all my supporters, especially my Diamond tier patrons: Russ C, Sally N, Vito L, Citizen Kane 359, David D, Jerry D, Jennifer P, and Kevin K. If you want to join this list and be a patron supporter, it does help out so much, and I thank you ahead of time.